Hello, world. I know I didn't post on Thursday, and the topic of this video and the whole point of me recording right now is to remind you and myself and everyone else, whoever will come across this video, to not push your boundaries. If you've agreed on something with yourself, just stick to that. So, long story short, pre story before this moment. How do I? Well, anyway, basically, I've agreed with myself to record 2 videos per week, which were on my calendar supposed to be Tuesday and Thursday, and then I was like, ooh, I really want to grow. Let's like aim for fucking, I don't know, like the problem with like aiming for everything and like trying to do everything at once is that the energy levels are just not suitable. Like, we're human beings, we get tired, and things like making a video and posting it and like thinking about a topic are very much like, you have to be in the flow, you have to be in a creative space to do those things. And I just, and then so I agreed with myself to do Tuesday and Thursday, and those were on my calendar. And then at some point I was like, ooh, let's try to do 3. And I pushed myself. When I didn't really have to. And I posted on Monday, and then I was just out. I did not want to record. I did not have time. Everything got messed up. I realized that the the kind of energy that I use to record a video is very different to me working on my clients, or me working on my copywriting stuff, or me doing something else. And I actually have energy only for 2 videos per week. And if I'll have more energy to like record and like resources and inspiration, obviously I will. But I've realized that I should not like push myself to do something that I did not agree with myself to do. I know this concept might sound weird or maybe crazy, but I do believe that like reflecting and like talking to yourself through what your plan is and like how you're gonna operate in the next week or in life in general is very helpful. And imagine that, I usually imagine my little, like, my inner child, because my inner child has those creative forces and creative ideas, and it's my inner child that creates everything that makes me very happy and like is excited and inspired and blah blah blah, all this stuff. So it's like I gotta respect that part of me and not push my inner child to like work really hard, when also in reality, working hard is not my philosophy. Working consistently, working with a great focus and concentration, yes. Working on something and diving deep into the subject, yes. Working hard, I don't think it's the way. I don't think it's the right way to do things. I don't think we are here to work hard. I think we're here to do what we love doing and to make money with it. Well, I believe that if you do what you love, eventually you are going to have money, and people will notice and people will come to you for your services or your products, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't quite agree with the concept of like working hard. Work hard, play hard. How about we all work and do what we love, and then we also play and play with whatever we love playing. Anyway, I also thought I kind of want to share the fact that currently I'm trying to figure out my schedule. So I've been independent and freelancing and doing my business stuff for the past 4 years, I want to say. Before that, I was like a little bit here, a little bit there, but in total it's like 3 years. And it's only now that I'm like trying to, well, it's only now that I'm realizing how important your schedule is and how important it is to use your mental resources in the right way, because what you focus on grows and what you don't focus on doesn't grow. And to me, it always sounded like a cliche phrase from spirituality books, and it's like, yeah, what you focus, or like self-help books, like what you focus on is gonna grow. But what I realized on a practical level is it's not just like what you focus on grow. I believe, according to my personal experience, I have certain amount of hours per day that I can focus on one task or like multiple tasks. But it's like I can do 4, max 5 hours of focused work per day. I can't do more. And even 5 is literally pushing it, because it's usually 3 hours of like me doing focused like deep work, and then 2 hours are meetings and delegation and like checking on email and all this stuff. Like all those things are also taking a lot of energy. They're time consuming as well. And so I think that carefully deciding where you're going to spend those limited amount of hours that you have with the focused energy on is going to determine the outcome that you'll get. It's like if you make it a priority to exercise every single day, first hour in the morning when you wake up, you are going to have a six-pack. It's just inevitable. It's literally inevitable. Like, do it for 1 year. You are going to have a six-pack. You are going to have the biggest ass of your life. You're going to be fit and toned and look great. And when I think about those things in comparison to the business environment, I also realize that it's very much the same. And also, I'm reading the book that's called, I don't have it right here, but it's in my bedroom. It's called 10x is easier than 2x, and there is a part of the book that talks about fitness function. Fitness function, I think it's called fitness function. Anyway, to me, it sounded like everything we do is like fitness. It's exercising, and yes, on a physical matter, when we say exercising, it's easier to imagine and it's easier to repeat, right, the physical activity. But when it comes to thinking and vision and processes, it's a little bit different, because it's not tangible most of the times. It's something that you think through, you visualize, and then you create with an action. But the first steps are usually like thinking processes. So mindset is about exercising, and so going back to the focus, and my point is just be careful. Be like, not careful, but like think through what is it that's important. I struggle with it. Like I found myself in the last like week or so understanding that I have my social media management agency, and I also want to grow my personal brand and help people transition from wherever they're at, whether it's like 9 to 5 or they're still like at university, transition to freelancing, to independent workers. Like I want to teach people how to do that. Not that I know everything, but I think I have experience that I'm very like I want to share, and I want to tell people what worked for me, like what exactly I did to get where I'm at. I think it's possible. I think every single person who wishes to transition to freelancing or even starting their own agency can. They can. If the desire is there, you're gonna make it. It's just a matter of time. And so I want to teach that, and I also want to teach mindset stuff, like thinking process, like how to think differently about your issues, or how to think differently about yourself. Like there's a lot of those things that I'm very passionate about. And so my focus is split, and it's not good. It's not good. I've realized that it's not pushing the needle forward with the right pace that I wanted to push. And so the reason I'm sharing all of this is because I just wanted to say that schedule is important. I've been working on my schedule. My Sundays are usually my planning days. So I'm sipping on my coffee and I was just thinking about what I want to cook to like meal prep for the week. I also try to meal prep so that it doesn't take a lot of time for me to think about what I want to eat or etc. And I plan out my tasks, my work tasks. I don't think if I like the word work. I don't know, something is triggering there. It's like work sounds like as if I have to do something. But in reality, I've felt in this last 3 weeks a very, very deep I felt it a few times. I felt like I'm actually doing what I want to do, and that feeling is very, very, very calming. And I wish everyone could experience that. I honestly do think that when you find when you do what you like doing or you love doing, and that service or that product is desirable for some other people, and you're solving a problem, the level of satisfaction is just enormous. Like imagine how useful and how belong you feel to this world. You're like serving from the heart, but it comes easy to you. There's no effort. Um, I think it's just beautiful. So I hope you're having a great Sunday, and I'm going back to my Tuesday Thursday schedule, so I'm gonna see you next week. And yeah, I'll keep you updated.